Hi, it's the Red Pipster here, and just trying to make a brief response to an article I've seen in this week's Times Educational Supplement. And it's basically an article which is early on about creationism, how scientists, particularly people of the Association of Science Education, namely the person named here, Professor Alice Roberts, who's also a presenter for a BBC programme as well, wants to have indoctrination banned from all schools and to focus on evidence. And that means basically she's so worried that creation science is being taught in schools. She doesn't just want it, which it virtually is, banned in the state school system. As of September, it's been redrafted. It's going to be included in the primary system as well. That you're not allowed to teach any theory apart of the creation of the start of a life, etc., apart from evolution. They've achieved in guessing it from September. It will be right across the state system. They want it to be imposed into the independent sector, into the private sector, especially the faith schools, most especially the Christian faith schools. They want, if they're going to receive state money, state funding, then evolution has got to be the only theory of the origin of life and the existence of the planets that is taught in science. It's not enough that it has to be taught according to the national curriculum. If you were to teach creationism or as an alternative theory, or any other alternative theory, in addition, you're not allowed to do that either. They want laws. Professor Roberts wants laws to ensure that that is imposed on Christian schools. Now, I just want to read this quote because if any of you have watched The Comfort Zone, or was it on the box? It was on anyway. Ray Comfort, the famous Banana Man, etc. You have Bill Nye, the science guy, an American scientist, speaking passionately about why evolution needs to be taught in the American state school system, and it should be taught unquestioned. Basically saying that without it being taught, there will be no more engineers. We need the scientists of the future. So if you teach, give equal credence and weight to any other argument other than evolution, the entire education system in America will just crash. You won't have any more engineers or anything. He said here, but listen to this. Just listen to the contradictory and the statement of Professor Roberts. But Professor Roberts said too many young people are still at risk of being indoctrinated by religious organisations. So atheism isn't a religion? Are we not trying to indoctrinate the children by imposing evolution unquestioned? Here's the line. There should be regulation that prevents all schools, not just state schools, from teaching creationism because it is indoctrination. Okay, so it's all right to indoctrinate evolution, but you can't indoctrinate any other theory. Yeah? She goes on. It is planting ideas into children's heads, she told the Times Education Supplement. We should be teaching children to be much more open-minded. TES, Times Education Supplement. Think, educate, share. She actually wants to stop people thinking for themselves. She wants to, well, she doesn't want to stop people thinking about it. She wants to tell people what they are to think. Okay? She doesn't want to teach them how to think. She wants to tell them what they're to think. Educate. Okay? She wants to limit knowledge, to stop putting ideas into people's heads, stop teaching people. She wants to have a certain viewpoint and that's it. And share. It's all right to share her atheistic beliefs, or maybe her agnostic beliefs. I'm not quite sure exactly what she is. If she's like most of the great scientists that most atheists would say they respect, then they're agnostics at the very least. I remember the Ray Comfort's shows an atheist picture where they had all these scientists from important people from history, and they were all either followers of a religion, or they were agnostics. I think the only person they had on this picture, 10 people, even Albert Einstein was on there. Albert Einstein complained, he got in one of his writings, that his arguments were being used by atheists to support beliefs he didn't agree with, and he was against that entirely. And he said the only person out of these 10 people, I think, was Ernest Hemingway or someone, and the only the greatest thing he did, apparently, one of the major things he did was quite important, was to put a shotgun to his mouth. You know, she doesn't want to share this. And I bet she knows. There are many books out there in the Bible that have testable, provable scientific statements, which she's not sharing. She's not sharing. She's not being open. I bet she's misrepresenting what's being said. She's not acknowledging that science is actually testing the evidence, and there is scientific evidence to support many biblical claims. She's not being honest about that. She's not sharing the information equally. She's not using equal scales, as the Quran says. Fair balances is more of a biblical term. Not that I agree with the Quran, but that's what you need to have. You need to have equal scales. She's not sharing equal scales. She's not sharing the information out equally. Okay. In fact, she quite clearly wants to stop people thinking for themselves. So please, I encourage all teachers out there, read the test. If you agree or disagree, tell her. But please invite her in that process to the marketplace of ideas, because she represents something which is even more dangerous than creationism. She represents ignorance, and she needs to be invited to the marketplace of ideas, because I think after all these degrees and professorships, PhDs she's got, she's forgotten how to think. Thank you.